Hey everyone, Big Pauly back for some What's in the Poundland bin. It feels like 2 weeks ago that we did this. It's because it is 2 weeks ago that we did this. Why am I always holding a banana? Oh yes, it's time to find out what today's plucky contestant is going to be. Fingers on the buzzers. Right, okay. Who thinks we should start up a big Pauly game show? Yes, fingers on the buzzers to see which piece of shit he pulls out first. Right, okay. Here we go then. Are you ready, folks? Let's do it. Oh, yes. No, Poundland bin, how the devil are you? Where the fuck were you last week? Oh, how rude. Right, okay, if you want to open your big gob, I'll stick my hand down it and yank something out. She says. Right, here we go. Are you ready, folks? Okie dokie. Let's dig down. I know there's a steelbook in here somewhere. God knows where. Oh, I've got something. I've got something. Why does it always sound like I want to take a dump when I'm trying to pull a Blu-ray out? Hopefully not pull a Blu-ray out of there. Oh, that'd be painful, wouldn't it? Bugger me. I'd rather not. Right, okay. Oh, what have we got? And you ain't going to believe this. No, it's not the steelbook. It's in there somewhere, but... Oh, Russell. Rightio. Okay, here we go then. I'm thinking possibly Vinnie Jones or some obscure Nicolas Cage. Maybe a rom-com. Right, okay, here we go then. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Oh! Do you know what? This is really funny. This is really fun. Not the film, but this is really funny. Because this film, the subject of this film, I actually picked up another Blu-ray Poundland. Get your words out. Yes, I went into Poundland this morning, picked up a Blu-ray to do with this subject. Not this film, but to do with the subject. But it is a film that I've seen before. And it's about time I watched it. It's been ages. 0 Dark 30. Oh, yes, baby. Oh, yes. The Hunt for Osama bin Bogov. Oh, yes. Fantastic. Oh, absolutely extraordinary. Gripping. Utterly intense. This is a really good film. A bloody good film. And it's got the lovely Jessica Chastain. Rightio. Calm down, Paul. Oh, I just noticed. It's been such a while since I've seen it. I know it's just a Kathleen Bigelow film. But it's got Joel Edgerton. I forgot it's got Jason Clarke in it. That's very interesting. Right, okay. Let's stick it in the player and watch a brilliant film. Oh, bloody... I can't get the bloody wrapping off it. Bollocks. Hang on a minute. Blimey, that was a job. Right, okie dokie. So we've got to wrap it off. Open we go. I believe that is going to be a digital code. Let me have a look. It's a digital code, so that will be added to my digital pile. Ooh, look at that. It looks more like the Matrix. Okie dokie. Right. State of that. That is absolutely shiny. Lovely. Look, you can see the picture right through it. Okie dokie. Excuse me, Yoda. Put the disc in, bastard. Hello, tray. In you go. Don't you betray me. And close it. Ah, yes. Okie dokie. I am sitting down my bottom. Sitting on my bottom. My bottom is on the chair and I am sitting on top of my bottom. On top of the chair. Right, okay. I've got my banana. Whoop, whoop. Ooh. What else have I got? I have got one lovely cup of steaming fizzy Diet Coke. All right up the nose. Oh dear. And snack-wise, well, other than the banana. Only trouble is with eating bananas in the dark, I'm going to end up eating the skin and all. One bag of Metcalf's Skinny Popcorn Cinema Sweet. Cinema Sweet. Oh, yes. It says 84 calories. Not for the whole bag, though. It's probably about 500. Whatever. Right, okay, we are comfy. And, oh, God, I've just got to remember now. I just sat down to get comfy to watch the film. I've got to pull the curtains and turn the bloody projector on. Right, okay, I'll see you in a minute when it's dark. Okay, disc is in, volume is up. Let's start the film. Oh, Bin Laden, I'm coming for ya. Okay, so Zero Dark 30. Oh, yes. The greatest manhunt in history. I wonder if they ever do a woman hunt. I'm sure they do. But yes, this is the proper hunt for Osama bin Laden. Not that Geronimo rubbish that I saw a couple of weeks back or months back. But yes, this was from the award-winning writer and director of The Hurt Locker. And it was just as tense as The Hurt Locker. The Hurt Locker, brilliant film, starring Jeremy Renner. Yes, fantastic. Okay, so basically this story starts out with the capture of some intel. So there's this bloke that's being held captive in like Guantanamo. Yeah, that one. Kind of prison camp, you know, where detainees, where they would hold the detainees after 9/11. Because right at the very beginning, before they get to the interrogation of this bloke, it's just a black screen and you hear all the commotion of 9/11. You hear the pilots, you hear the news reporters, people phoning their loved ones. So it's a very, very emotional and it's very striking, and it goes from speaker to speaker. So very strong start there. And then the first half hour is actually based around the detainee that Jason Clarke's character's got. And Jason Clarke is holding this detainee, and you have to expect all the usual type of stuff that they used to do, you know, to try and get information out of a detainee, whether it be waterboarding or sleep deprivation with some thrash metal. That always helps. Personally, I would have played them the soundtrack to 50 Shades of Shit. They would have committed suicide there and then. But yes, they do eventually get some information out of this bloke. But it's the first half hour kind of like setting up the part of the story, and also introduces us to Jessica Chastain, who is from Washington. She's a CIA analyst, and that she's on the hunt for Osama bin Laden, and she gets stationed out in the base, the military base, where they're trying to gather all the information. Every now and again, it backtracks back to like Washington, and you get the suits, you know, reporting back to the president and that kind of thing. But it's the whole film is like a military. It's like a strategy game, actually. It's a bit maybe like The Sims. Well, not exactly, but it's a strategy and planning and that kind of thing. Getting information from one character to the other, following these Middle Eastern chaps around Islamabad and Pakistan and whatever bad and all the other bads, and just trying to get information of where Osama bin Laden actually is. Scattered throughout the film, there's a few situations that you remember in real life, such as when the London bombings happened, the double-decker bus that exploded on Tavistock Square, I think it was, and also the Marriott Hotel. I think it was Pakistan, I'm not sure. But I remember those in the news vividly. It's basically a witch hunt to track down Osama bin Laden, get all the pieces that add up, you know, all his henchmen with their hooks and all that kind of shit. And yeah, basically to track him down to the compound at the end of the film. I think I always remembered that bin Laden was actually captured down some kind of rabbit hole in the mountains. Or am I thinking of Brody from Homeland? I can't remember. But I have that vision. I have that vision from, maybe it was another film that got it wrong. But yes, really good film. Really good film. Very gripping. It is action-packed throughout. You know, it's not constantly action-packed, but you get action pieces here and there, whether they be gun battles in the streets of Pakistan, like I say, the hotel explosions, and you never know who's going to blow who up. There's always a suicide bomber around some corner of the street just waiting for you. But yeah, really good, really good. Enjoyed it. Performances then. So yes, there was quite a few people in this that I completely forgot were in it. Well, Jason Clarke, obviously, he's the main lead of the first part of the film, like the first half an hour to an hour. He plays the CIA strategist that's trying, an interrogator that's trying to get this information out of this bloke that's being, you know, held, detained. And I have to say, in this film, this is probably one of his best performances. He's not always brilliant in his roles, but when he can be a good actor, he is a good actor. And I was, you know, after coming off of the remake of Pet Sematary, I was pleasantly surprised to get back into that and to see him, you know, doing one of his best performances. Jessica Chastain obviously is brilliant. She always is. Really looking forward to her in it too. And we've got James Gandolfini as well, who only has kind of like a bit part, you know. He's only in it for a handful of scenes. Mark Strong with hair as well, which is a rarity. Who else do we have? Kyle Chandler, who plays the CIA boss that's situated out in whichever bad it is. You've got a blink and you'll miss it. I was going to say Michael Barrymore. John Barrowman, who plays a suit. Yeah, he's in it for like, what, 10 seconds? Plus also the actual soldiers that go into the compound. You've got Joel Edgerton. And I completely forgot one of them is Chris Pratt. I completely forgot that Chris Pratt was in this film. And he has a meaty-ish role in going into the compound and capturing bin Laden. But yeah, very impressed. As I say, I have seen it before, but it's been quite a while. This was the film of 2013, according to the back. Was it really that long ago? Blimey. But very good. Action set pieces, really impressive. Lots of gun battles, explosions, tense moments. As I say, the acting was pretty good. The picture quality was fantastic. Even in the dark scenes with the infrared cameras. When they do storm the compound at the end, they're flown in by two of these new supersonic type choppers that are stealth technology, and they've done something to the blades to make them invisible and to make them silent. Yeah, they're not that silent. Two bloody choppers flying over the top of your house. Not a sod stirs in that bunker, in that big house at the end. A seagull takes a dump out my window when I fucking hear it. So I don't know why anybody didn't hear those two helicopters, especially when one of them blew up. And then they started blowing hinges off the doors and still nobody was moving in the house. Oh dear me, everybody's deaf. Anyway, yes, so picture quality was good. Sound was fantastic. Gunshots. Lots of use of the surround speakers. Explosions and ricochets of bullets and all that kind of stuff. So very impressed with the sound, which was actually DTS Master Audio 5.1, which was upscaled to Neuro. It doesn't actually state on the back here which region it is, so it's a universal, so it could be region 3, like Warner. It's how long is it? It's quite long. It's about 2.5. Yeah, just over. It's about 2.5 hours, but it never gets boring. Not at all. Not at all. Picture-wise, locations. Obviously, lots of desert, lots of run-down neighbourhoods in like Pakistan and Islamabad and all these places. It's mainly focused out in the desert, so you've got lots of yellows and sandy colours, and the clothing is mainly like Arab clothing with lots of whites and blacks. You know, the full black the women wear out there, all black with just a narrow slip going across there where their eyes are. Yeah, so really good. So really enjoyed it. How would I rate it on a scale of 1 to 10? I would rate Zero Dark 30 8.5 out of 10 big Paulies. Definitely worth giving it a try. This over Geronimo, this shits all over that other Geronimo film. So I think the other one was just a TV movie, but this is the real McCoy. And of course, the question now is, where is it going? Is it going on the shelf? Well, on the floor, because I haven't found room for them yet. Or is it going in the recycling to go with all the others to the charity shop? Let us find out. Well, there we are. We're still waiting for the charity shops to be picked out of which ones they'll go into. But yes, I am very happy to say that will be joining the keepers. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of What's in the Poundland Bin. We shall definitely do it again next week. And I have got shitloads still to put in the Poundland bin, so I think you're stuck with me at least for the next couple of years. You poor sods. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, share and comment on all the usual shit, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye, my friends.